Hey, Engraver here. Welcome back to my channel. This demo is really more a clarification for you to avoid confusion I had. Last week, or in a previous video on live performance and how to score for the live performance setting, I had put in syntax that was actually rather not ineffective, maybe, but certainly redundant, certainly not necessary. And I wanted to clarify that with you today. So as you can see, I have my Logic Pro behind me with my MIDI instruments you may have heard before, and a couple of SuperCollider documents. Now this document here, Timing and Live Performance, was all copied. It was copied syntax from this here, the scoring MIDI document, with now a difference. After troubleshooting, I realized what is unnecessary is actually, under this MIDI note key, this P-seek for the rest class, or for 32 beats of silence. 1 beat of silence iterated 32 times. Now, you may have seen in the previous video, if you have watched it, that I had included the same information in the dir key. And so I was just lining up things and I just got more and more confused. And turns out you do not need the rest class for the MIDI note key, at least not from what I can see now. If that changes, I'm going to let you know. But this is rendered not ineffective, but not necessary. So the difference between this score here and my timing and live performance score is that the P-seek with the rest class in is completely removed, and I have that information just for that dir key set of events. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and just hear a couple things, how things are lined up accordingly. Make sure we're all good. But anyway, we're going to start with the percussion, enter percussion, and this embellishment instrument, which you may have heard before, has 32 beats of silence. So it's going to come in 32 beats later. All right, you're musicians, right? Yeah. All right, no instrument so far, but when we do have it after the 32 beats of silence, it's going to enter here. And 1, 2, 3. Iterated twice. And again. All right, we have just entered 32 beats of silence, as you can see the P-seek here. And this sequence here of the first set of chords is for this first P-seek here. Chords of 4 beats in length, iterated 8 times. So we have just entered our first set of chords here. And pretty soon we will enter our next one. All right, same as here. All right, pretty straightforward. Now, that's all well and good. It's cleaner syntax, and just make sure when you want these instruments to enter. So if you had 16 beats of silence, for instance, you could hear that it will come in this first set of chords, of course, in half the time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. All right, and let's offset it a bit by 8 counts. How about 24? Let's see what that does. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as we have entered, we're still in this first P-seek here. now, with this PC, we have entered this set of chords. That's not half bad. I think with the harmony though, it's a little weird, but I like that kind of offset with the bass line going on there. So anyway, that's how you do it. We'll just add harmony real quick just to see what's going on there. So like before, the MIDI note has no rest class. The rest class is residing under the dir key. Can't stress that enough, right? Yeah, so we have in this PC rest of 64 counts of silence there, and then 3 P6 with that same 4 beat chord progression, you know, iterated 8 times, of course, following this line here. So the first P6. Actually, I wanted to mention that because it's 64, it's not going to start on this first set of chords. It's actually going to start on this set of chords, and you'll hear it soon. That is if you know MIDI transposition like I do. You only know MIDI transposition if you've worked kind of laboriously on this document, but you get the idea. However, I just wanted to stress that 64 beats, well, what does that mean respectively? And that is this chord right here goes for 4 counts. So this iterated just, this run through once is 16 beats. So of course this done twice is 32 beats. Another 32 beats here. And after that 64th iteration of silence, that beat of silence, we will enter this. So let's go ahead and have a listen. And I'm sure your MIDI transposition skills are good, right? You trust me, right? Yeah? Being a little cheeky right now. Happens when I troubleshoot. All right. Oh, hold on. Not bad, but with the harmony it's going to sound a little off. So let's go back to 32 beats here. And these actually are all P-bind devs, so you can go ahead and evaluate the code in real time and it will start over. However, with these particular instruments, they haven't synced up quite right. So that's why I did this huge block here to stop all instruments. Right, enter embellishment. And so on. We'll go down to harmony. Alright, we have entered our second PC here, starting with our tonic chord, iterated twice. And entering the next PC. And this is our second iteration. Before coming in on 32 counts of silence. Now because it's 32, we will go ahead and start with that tonic chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll go ahead and run through this until this final sequence here. Love that rhythm, but I have to silence it. All right, so as long as you know your patterns and know the sequence of events, using the rest for the dir key is just fine. So there may be a more proficient or efficient way, I should say, a more efficient way of doing a score like this for live performance, but it's, visually it does work as far as making sure a P-seek matches a P-seek here and so on. And yes, the rest preceding that is fine in the dir key. It doesn't need to be in the MIDI note key. So just last bit of clarification. The difference between this document timing in live performance and scoring in MIDI is that this score here, redundant, completely redundant. You can just kind of, excuse me, comment that out. And in fact, I did when I realized, oh, it doesn't matter. All right, so yeah, that's it for you there. Thanks always for watching and listening. More to come on live performance and also my upcoming album, hopefully end of this month, maybe December. And if I see some tips and tricks in Logic Pro, I'm happy to show that to you as I work on my album. Or maybe I'll just give you a couple previews for, with some other songs there. So anyway, thank you again. Happy composing, happy experimentation. And if I hadn't said it before, always be on the lookout for sound experimentation every Thursday. And I will see you next time. Thanks again.